Hello, my name is Aleladia. I am an inspirational speaker. This message is for leaders who rose from pain. It's for people who suffered betrayal before honor. It's for any man and any woman that was once in a dark and a low place and prayed to God and said, God, if you lift me, if you lift me rather, if you lift me up, I will never forget the poor. I will never forget the lowly. See, rejection finally bettered you recognition. You moved from prison to palace and from mockery to ministry. Let your suffering produce compassion. Remember those days when you didn't have food to eat. Remember those days when you were very lonely. Remember when you were afraid, broke, out in the cold, inside the rain, and you said, God, if you lift me, I will remember everyone that will ever encounter pain. Maybe you are that person who's about to enter authority after hardship, or you're already in authority. Don't forget that the reason God lifted you is for you to seek the wealth of those around you. Some husbands, you became rich and wealthy. Now you are dealing negatively with the wife of your youth. Some MDs, remember when you were just a casual staff. Now you are the managing directors of different companies. You are the managing director of a company. The policies you are putting in your company, is it favoring you or is favoring the people that are under you? Let us have empathy. Let us have empathy. Those days you used to buy granite oil and they pour it into sachet of nylon. Now you have more than enough and you are seeing needs, but you don't want to meet needs. Those days you yearned for that man to recommend you for the job. Now you are in position where you can recommend people for jobs. Don't forget that the reason he made you to rise from obscurity to elevation is for you to remember that pain and make people around you not ever feel that pain. Well, this man in the Bible called Mordecai, in Esther chapter 3, verse 2, he was hated by Haman. Even when Haman is passing through the gate, people will bow down and greet Haman. Mordecai did not bother to greet him, and Haman hated him so much. In Esther chapter 3, from verse 5 to 6, Haman plans to commit genocide, to kill all the Jews. God saved Mordecai from that genocide. In Esther chapter 3, verse 2, God saved Mordecai from hatred. In Esther chapter 4, verse 1, Mordecai had to pour ashes on his body, tore his clothes. That was serious humiliation. In Esther chapter 5, from verse 1, God saved Mordecai from being executed. That was when Haman was plotting him being put into the gallows and being killed. See what Mordecai did after God made the king give him a ring. In Esther chapter 8, verse 2, the king gave him a ring and gave him authority. And that was promotion. God has given you a ring, God has given you authority. Maybe when you were suffering, when you really got married, you told your wife that you are going to change her skin to glass. You are going to make sure she travels around the world. Now you are rich, you are hiding every single penny from her. You know what you are giving is not actually what you are supposed to give. You forgot those days that the family was just enduring and managing. And you were telling God, the day I become wealthy, this woman will not suffer. But now you don't have time. You don't have time to spend quality time with your spouse, with your children. And this is also vice versa. You are not the woman God has lifted you up. No regard for the man. You don't care about his hygiene. You don't care about his health. You don't care about his food. How did we get here? The word of God recorded in the book of Esther chapter 10, verse 3, that for Mordecai the Jew was next unto Ahasuerus, and great among the Jews, and accepted of the multitude of his brethren, seeking the wealth of his people, and speaking peace to all his seed. Seeking the wealth of his people, and speaking peace to all his seed. Speaking peace to all his seed was legacy. You are now in authority. It is you, yourself, me, myself, and I. Everything you do is for self-enrichment. You are the one putting on designer's clothes, designer shoes, having degrees overseas, eating the best of food, traveling around the world. But your spouse is struggling to do life by himself or by herself. Meanwhile, you are the prayer that the whole family prayed for. You became so selfish. You are now in positions where you can put out policies that will favor your people, favor the poor around you, favor people you are leading. You're not doing policies that will favor only you. The word of God recorded in Esther 10:3 be that Mordecai was seeking the wealth of his people. He was seeking the wealth of his people. The word of God recorded in Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 7, that for in the peace thereof shall you have peace. It is when people around you are at peace, that's when you have peace. You think you are saved enough for old age. I've heard fathers tell their children, I don't need you people for my old age. I have saved up for my old age. I have prepared for my old age. I don't care about you people. And one sickness wipes off all they have stored for their old age. The human nature is selfish. That's why you must pray this prayer point I want to give to you. 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 9 says, give therefore thy servant an understanding heart, to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. It's as if when the sons of men get to that position, if they don't remember to quickly come under the governing of God, pride, they start to lack understanding of hearts. Tell God to give you understanding hearts. So many of you, you don't know that you are not secured. The peace of people that you did not give, they are waiting for you in future, because the Bible said in Jeremiah 29 verse 7 that for in the peace, therefore, shall you have peace. You think you are doing anybody, you are doing yourself. If you don't come down from your highest and seek for the wealth of people around you, your children come to you for school fee, come to you for textbooks, come to you for better clothes to go to school. You take care of them haphazardly when you have enough to cater for them. I paid school fee. I don't care about the clothes the child will wear to the university. After you have paid school fee, so the child will not wear clothes, the child will not wear wristwatch, the child will not wear good shoe, the child will not carry handbag. If you don't have, it's not a problem, but God has lifted you up. But you, when you are paying for your shoe, it is not heavy. When you are buying your own food, some mothers will eat very well outside and drop Nigerian noodles for their family to eat. They will go to a good eatery and eat correct food. When they come home, they will drop noodles. Their children are drying up, and they have the power from God to actually make good meals for the family. But selfishness. Some men, some fathers will eat very well outside. They don't care the amount of food they will buy, the quality, very well. Then they will drop nonsense for their wife. The same money they used to buy a plate of food for them to eat, they will drop it for their wife to cook for family that has 6 children, 4 children. The same money you used to buy a plate of food and you ate at once, you not drop it to take care of a family for 1 week. How did we get here? You don't want to plant people around you, your people, your home, your family. You don't want to plant them in quality position so that tomorrow when you fall, they will say, ah, this man was there for me. And another funny thing, some persons take care of extended families and friends, but they neglect their present family. They neglect their wife, their children, or if it's the woman, she neglects her husband, her children. But when you see them in church, when you see them in societies, they do for people outside, but at home, they don't. The word of God recorded in Esther chapter 10, verse 3b, seeking the wealth of his people. Charity begins at home. You see some men's wife, they are shadow of themselves. If they yank up the wig from their hair, they are shadow of themselves. They are like slaves. The Lord is watching you. And this is a wake-up call. I wrote here on my notes. Let me read it out. God did not raise you up so you can prove a point. He raised you up so you can protect a people. God raised you from rejection to recognition, from mockery to ministry. Let your suffering produce compassion, not personal enrichment, not selfish gain. You now make policies that don't serve others. When God lifts you up from suffering into power, your assignment is not revenge, it is responsibility. Leaders who rose from pain, people who suffered betrayal before promotion, those who are about to enter authority after hardship must know that it is God that lifts up men so they can also lift up men. There was a story of this man I heard. His family, they were just struggling and managing. But the man hid 30 million naira in his car. So the wife already had 4 daughters. And so the wife gave birth to the 5th child. And the hospital mistakenly announced to the man that it was a boy. I don't know how that went. So the man was so happy. He was running around his estate, screaming at every door, I now have a son, I now have a son. Everybody was celebrating, he was shouting. Later, when he went back to the hospital to meet his wife, they said, as I will sorry you, they will understand this kind of meat son. It's a daughter you have. And according to the storyteller, the man had a cardiac arrest and died. When the man died, his family, his wife, found out there was 30 million naira cash hidden somewhere inside his car. And this family had been suffering. Some get so selfish that they password everything. That when they die with it. The family will have no access. I don't know how you believe that your second life is in your hand. The next second is in your hand. And you code everything. And once you go, it's gone. Where is the legacy? Esther chapter 10 verse 3b says, seeking the wealth of his people and speaking peace to all his seeds. Peace. Speaking peace to all his seeds. Some persons, even their mobile phone, you cannot open it. Children are selfish. Parents are selfish. Everybody's phone is coded. Everybody's banking is coded. Once you leave, everything goes with you. You just believe that. Now you the wrong life. You become a president, your streets, the neighborhood where you lived. You did not do any work on that place. You didn't empower the youth. You did nothing. The word of God recorded in the same Esther 10:3. For Mordecai the Jew was next unto the king Ahasuerus, and great among the Jews, and accepted of the multitude of his brethren, seeking the wealth of his people. When you were lonely, you didn't know how to fix yourself. You were crying to God that the Lord should fix you. The Lord now helped you. You are no longer lonely. You are now able to live life and be an entity by yourself. Now you are seeing people that are lonely. You don't want to share your knowledge of how you overcame loneliness. Jesus told Peter that when you are strengthened, strengthen thy brethren. You are strengthened, you are weakening your brethren. You are a leader in church because you suffer to become a leader. You don't want any potential leader to ever lead. You are now a senior. You made up your mind, now I am a senior. When I was a junior, they were wicked to me. I will show them back. How did we get here? So many people are in marriages, they're just waiting for Jesus to come. They are tired. Their spouse became so selfish that she does not know that he does not know. They are tired and they don't want to mess up. They don't want to stain their robe. They want to make sure their robe is still white. But they are tired of that partner. Selfishness. Some partners in marriage, if you see them outside, they buy cars for people. They build houses for people. But they are very home. Very wicked. Selfish. Selfish. But when that position had not come, your spouse was there, rabadashing, vocalizing in the spirit. Father, lift him. Father, lift him. Now you are lifted. You are thinking of how to marry another wife. You are thinking of how to even bring the children to a lower educational standard. Everything is not selfishness. There's a story also I heard of a woman that prayed her husband into greatness. She said, Lord, lift him up. God now lifted this man up. The man now got married to another wife and rented a house adjacent his own house where he put the other wife. The woman said, God, I know how I prayed, fasted, carried my husband on my head. Lord, lift him up. She said, Father, when we did not have money, we had peace. We had love. Lord, I pray to you. make my husband poor. Bring him back to poverty so I can have him. How many of us are making such useless prayers go up to heaven? Something happened. The man child later became very poor and very wretched. The second woman run leave am sharply. How did we get here? So this message, stop thinking far. Think about yourself. How did you become selfish? You can even buy yourself a good toothbrush. You did not say, let me buy toothbrushes for my whole family. Me, myself, and I. It is no longer you that lives, but Christ that lives in you. Jesus said, who among you wants to be a leader? He should become a servant. People now see leadership as oppression. It is my time to oppress. It is my time to pay back. No, it is your time to serve and seek out for the wealth of the people and for the peace of his seed. Some fathers even sell off all their properties before they die. They leave nothing for their children. The Bible said a good man leaves inheritance for his children. See how many banks are wealthy because the wealth, the money of fathers and mothers are hidden in accounts that their loved ones, the beneficiaries, their seed, according to Esther chapter 10, verse 3b. Speaking of peace for all the seed, they know nothing about. This is a wake-up call. Pray, oh, pray 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 9 that I mentioned. Give me understanding to judge so I can know and design among the people between good and bad. Because sometimes these guys at the top, they don't even know the difference between good and bad anymore. The money has made them gotten so swollen. That's why you must ask God to give you understanding. So you can judge the people to know the difference between good and bad. In your mind, maybe you don't even know you are hurting people. But your cup don't full. Because of you, now dangerous prayer they go heaven. Father, repair her or replace her. Father, repair him or replace him. Father, repair the government or replace the government. It is supposed to be that the people will be happy with you. Your wife will be happy with you. Your husband will be happy with you. Your children will be happy with you. Your community will be happy with you because the word of God is recorded. In Esther 10:13, for Mordecai the Jew was next unto King Ahasuerus, and great among the Jews, and accepted of the multitude of his brethren, and accepted. A time came, Jesus called his disciples and said, Larry, come. Who do men say I am? What are people saying about me? What are people saying about me? Sometimes try and know what people are saying about you. Know what people are saying about you. Sometimes you don't know the cry that your children are crying somewhere because of your actions. Sometimes you don't know the dangerous prayers that your employees are praying to God. You don't know that because of you, people are crying. People are crying to God. You are oppressing people you don't know. When you want to make policies, you make policies to fit you because of the loan you took from the company, so that the policy can fit you and help you, so that your company can have what do they call it? Annual increase, profit share that will favor you. You don't think about making policies that will favor the cleaner, that will favor the driver, that will favor everyone around you. The top became so dense with hoarding. It's me. It's me. You know I got here. No one can come here easily. You are a professor in the university. You have made up your mind. This is how we roll. We are not going to bend. We are not going to bend rules. Meanwhile, you can make policies that can help a sharp mind come in to your system. But you say no. You became so rigid and you forgot how you were lifted by God. There was a story about this woman, which was just like fairy tales, but it has a lot of wisdom. She got into hellfire, and her sin was a sin of selfishness. So chances were not given to her that she can leave hellfire and come up out of hellfire and go to heaven. So a tiny rope was dropped into hell. And the angel that dropped the rope told her that no matter anybody that climbs this thread, the thread never breaks. So as they dropped the rope into hell for her to climb, people were trying to climb with her. She started to match them. No, no, it's me, it's me. As she was matching them, the rope cut. She fell back into hell. And they said, you can see you have not changed. That's hilarious, right? Let's be careful. He that thinks he stands should take heed lest he falls. Sit down with yourself. That is why before you get into fame, while you are in hardship, write what you will not do. Write what you will not do wrong. Write what you will do right. Write it down so that when the fame comes, you can go back and say, I told God that when I finally get married, I will not do this, I will not do that. I told God when I finally do this, write it down so that you can be able to go back to what you wrote. Some of us have forgotten where we are coming from. You are wealthy in your family. Your siblings are suffering in abject poverty. But God lifted you so you can lift them up. A time will come that their peacelessness will tear you in pieces because it is in their peace that you will find peace. Plan for tomorrow. Plan for tomorrow. So men are so wicked now. When they are now old, their wife and children will now leave them. People will like, those children are wicked. See the way they left their father. Do you know how they were treated? That's why every day churches are saying that, forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Because people are hurt. What is trending now? Women will just get angry, leave the marriage and abandon their children. I don't get it. Who do you want to live for? God did not lift you up or remove you from evil or from poverty for you to prove a point. It's for you to help a people. This is a wake-up call. My name remains Aleladia. I am a messenger and an errand runner from Jesus Christ unto you. God has spoken once. You and I should hear twice. That God chastises those whom he loves. This message is to correct you. For you to retrace your step. That woman is suffering emotionally because you became so busy and forgot her. That man is suffering emotionally because you became so busy and forgot him. That organization, your subordinates are crying to the ears of God because you forgot to think about their own wellness and their wealth. Go to God for an understanding heart to help you judge the people to know what is bad or good. God bless you. Don't forget to subscribe, please.